content carried in here is suitable for general family viewing.
Good afternoon, this beautiful and lovely Saturday. Indeed, it's a Saturday that we have a full packed of event lined up for you. And of course, from the Diamond League now, finally, as we come to the stretch of it, the Diamond League, and of course, we'll tell you about the exploit of Kenyans, in particular Mary Mora, and of course, Amos Rem for the first time winning his Diamond League victory. And this one came with, a lot of sweet surprise and some sort of fairy tale wrapped in it. Of course, beating the two times Olympic champion, that is Sofan El Bakali, to win this Diamond League, his first historic, and the record of it. And remember, of course, the football is returning, and we have day week 2 of the Kenya Football Premier League, or if you prefer, the Football Kenya Federation Premier League. And we have a couple of matches lined up for you this particular Saturday. And remember, the first early kick-off, the first match of the day began at exactly 1 p.m. and of course we'll be giving you some highlight and results as far as that particular match is concerned, in line with other fixtures lined up for today and of course tomorrow. And don't forget that today Kenya Police FC will be taking on Zamalek, the Egyptian Giants, and of course one of the most successful and dominant team in the African continent. This will be the CAF Confederation Cup. Remember, Kenya Police are the newbies in this particular tournament, and they dare to dream against the mighty, the heaviest, the favorite to win this particular tournament. However, it is 11 against 11. And football is played on the pitch, and at the end of the day, after 90 minutes, the pitch will decide. That is according to Police FC head coach Anthony Kimani. He says that regardless, in as much as they carry the underdog status, they are there to make a statement, and they mean business. And don't forget, their Kenyan counterpart, that is Gor Mahia, the Kenya Premier League champions, and of course the record champions, that is Gor Mahia, will be taking on another Egyptian side, that is Al Ahly, in the CAF Champions League. This is the second round of the CAF Champions League, and Gor will be out to seek glory in home soil, even as they prepare to jet out next week in the second leg of the same tournament. So it's a weekend full of activities, and of course, because this is a Kenyan team, you can actually make your weekend a worthwhile. Grab your ticket, go there and cheer for your at least Kenyan team. Show the spirit, show the support, show love, and make this weekend a worthwhile. It's possible. It has happened before. It can still happen regardless of the status and of course the caliber of the teams that Gor Mahia and of course Kenya Police will be playing. It's very much possible and within their reach. Well, in regard to that, remember we still have English Premier League, some actions and early kickoff. That is a clash between Manchester United and of course Southampton. It's already 4 minutes past the kickoff, and of course we'll be bringing you up to speed with the latest. Remember, this particular early kickoff fixtures, they are full of surprise. You can't really predict which team will be on the winning side, because early kickoff, they're just full of surprise. And of course, to some teams, it's never theirs. And of course, in last weekend, but one, of course, Manchester United were playing against Brighton. Remember, early kickoff, and we saw what happened to this the red side, the Manchester United side. So this time round, and the same trick, and early kickoff, same players, same coaches, and of course tactics, techniques, same. So will things be a bit different today, or Southampton will smile all the way after 90 minutes? The good thing is we'll be here to bring you up to speed and of course to update you on the latest. And of course, we still have a couple of matches lined up for today in the English Premier League. And of course, we'll be bringing you a detailed analysis of these particular matches, what to expect, and of course, who stands or who has an upper hand of at least bragging all 3 points. That and many more in our subsequent On the Spot show. But first thing first, let me take you through some of the sports highlights, and of course that we have been point to make the highlight of our discussion, rather to form the basis of our show today. Alright, now we begin with the latest, and of course this is a sad, we begin with sad news, and the Ugandan athlete, that is Rebecca Cheptegei, will be laid to rest today in Uganda. Cheptegei, who died earlier this month after her partner set her on fire, the 33-year-old who debuted this summer in the women's marathon at the Paris Olympics, succumbed to the severe burns last week after being attacked by Dixon Diema Marache. Cheptegei adds to the long list of women athletes who have died as a result of gender-based violence. The list includes Edith Muthoni, Damaris Mutua, and Agnes Tirop. Right, rest in power, Rebecca Cheptegei. Now, on another, let's switch gears now from the Cheptegei story to now the driftwood, or rather the Prince-Lo Sevens. Now, after driftwood sevens in Mombasa, Kenya Harlequins will be out to complete the job when they face Zetech University Oaks, Menengai Oilers, and Mombasa RFC in Pool A. In Pool B, KCB will lock horns against familiar foes Nandets Mwamba and Nakuru RFC. Pool C pits Kenyatta University Blackblood against fellow students Strathmore-Leos, Masinde Muliro University of Science and Technology, and Catholic University, or better known as the Monks, while in Pool D, Cabras Sugar will battle it out against Daystar University Falcons, Kabete Stallions, and newbies Kabrak University. Alright, that is another event that we are following closely, and of course we'll be updating you on what is happening there at Nakuru. And remember, this is the final circuit of the National 7 Series circuit for this particular, the National Series circuit currently underway, and Kenya Harlequins, of course, leads the table, followed by Cabras, then KCB. So today's, or rather this weekend's tournament determines who will carry the day. Will it be Harlequins, Cabras Sugar, or KCB? That is something that we'll be eager to see how the event unfolds. And of course, remember today, that particular tournament will be for today and tomorrow, 2 days event. And finally, by the close of business tomorrow, the winner will be known. The 2024, the National 7 Circuit, we will know the real winner. Is it Kenya Harlequins, who actually now leads the table, or Cabras Sugar, or KCB? Time will tell. Anyway, so it's something that it's an event that we are following closely, and we'll be updating you on the scores and who has an upper hand and how teams are faring on at that particular Prince-Lo events, or rather the rugby sevens that is currently underway at Nakuru. Anyway, so let's switch gears now to athletics action. The reigning world champion and Olympic bronze medalist Mary Moraa produced another tactical masterclass performance in the women's 800 meters to win Diamond League trophy in Brussels on Friday night to end Diamond League circuit in style. In the men's 3,000 meters steeplechase, Kenyan sensation Amos Serem put the ghost of Paris behind him to beat Siofan El Bakkali to hand Moroccan his first defeat since 2021. Well, I'm very happy and proud in particular for one athlete, that is Amos Serem, and this time round giving El Bakkali a taste of his own medicine. 3,000 steeplechase meters. That is something that for quite a while we have really tried to reclaim the lost glory, but a masterclass performance like this is an indication that the future can only look bright. Remember, Amos Serem is a youngster with a lot of potential and future ahead of him, or shall I say, with the world at his feet. And with that indication, now, maybe, the chance to reclaim this 3,000 meter steeplechase, probably, it's not something far away, because the indication is pretty much clear, and we can trust in the process, and indeed, in fullness of time, we will reclaim our lost glory and crown. Anyway, so now let's switch gears to some football action. Police FC will take on Egyptian giants Zamalek FC in the first leg of the second round of the Confederation of Africa Football Cup this Saturday at Nyayo National Stadium in Nairobi. The Anthony Kimani-led charge will be hoping for a crucial victory in home soil before the return leg that will be held in Egypt next week. Football Kenya Federation Premier League champions Gor Mahia on Sunday will take it to the pitch to battle it out with Al Ahly at the same venue in the second round of CAF Champions League.
We've had a good 2 weeks to prepare for this particular match since we played our last match against Ethiopian Coffee. The mood in camp is really positive. Every player is raring to go, and I'm pretty sure any of these players that gets an opportunity to represent us tomorrow will put his best foot forward and will ensure that we get a good result at home. Yeah, certainly. Every team around the world has got its strengths and its weaknesses, and Zamalek is not an exception. So we are well aware of the team that we'll be playing against. We know the quality that they have. We know the history that they have in this particular tournament. However, we also know that they've got a few weak points, and that is exactly what we'll be looking to exploit tomorrow in order to give us an advantage.
We need them, na ni vizuri pia ukitoka kutusupport sababu saini it's all about the country, it's not about Kenya Police. So wa show up na watu support sababu bila hao you cannot do it.
Alright, so those are the sentiments of head coach and of course team captain in regards to today's Africa Cup of I beg your pardon, it's Africa Confederation Cup, a clash against Zamalek, one of the favorites to actually lift this Confederation of Africa Football Cup. And of course, this is the first leg of the second round of the CAF Confederation Cup that will be played at Nyayo National Stadium today. And remember, tickets are still on sale, and it's 200 shillings for that. But for a game like this, surely si tunahitaji tulegeze mkono kidogo, hata mafans wapewa free ride, wambewe bana free, enda pale, and of course support the team. Psych, patia ma players, patia ma vijana psych. Anyway, so today, leo ndo siku ya mbuzi or ndovu kumula mwanawe, and ukweli ama mbichi na mbivu itajulikana leo, and of course we'll know, and of course we'll be keen and eager to see how Kenya Police, remember this is their first time taking part in this competitive fixture and of course championship, and of course they come against a very strong team, a team with very rich history. If I can give you the history of this team, you'll be shocked. They are the 5 times champions of the Africa Cup, that is CAF Champions League champions 5 times. They are 2 times CAF Confederation Cup winners and 14 times league winners. And of course you can just, by the statistics you can tell the magnitude and of course the class of this Zamalek team. And of course they'll be coming against Kenya Police, which in their own equal right, very strong, formidable team. They call them the money bags. They have really reshuffle per se, and of course revamp their squad. The coach says they have quality players, some that have participated in these continental tournaments. They have experience and they believe they have what it takes to challenge this Zamalek. Of course, in 2019, Zamalek came here and of course they were beaten it was 4-2 by Gor Mahia. So it's possible. It can happen. The venue is Nyayo National Stadium, the same venue that they were thrashed. Still this time round it can still be possible. And while you reflect on that, remember tomorrow we still have another mouth-watering encounter between Gor Mahia and Al Ahly. Now this is the CAF Champions League. So after ushajibamba kidogo umesupport Kenya Police, make sure ticket bado una grab your ticket, and the same breath, same energy and same spirit. Venue bado ni Nyayo. Make sure pia una show love for God. Anyway, so let's switch gears now to the AFCON qualifiers. The national football team, Harambee Stars, beat Namibia 2-1 in their second match of the Africa Cup of Nations 2025 qualifiers at Orlando Stadium in South Africa to inch closer to sealing a qualification ticket. The Indian Firat-led charge will next play Cameroon in Pool J later on, and the top 2 teams in each group will automatically qualify for the continental showpiece.
Well, nearly able to pick up to do something different here.
It's very simple to explain. In the last match, he scored 3 goals against Zimbabwe. So we couldn't close this. Michael is a special player. So that's the reality. So like I said, for me it's counting very simple. For us now, it's this moment 0-0 is not the result we wanted. We wanted to win. But the reality in this group is only Cameroon has home matches. All other teams have no home match. So this means every match have a new history. This means in every match you can get 3 points. So therefore, like I said from beginning, it is for us important on the last day to go through the group. So it was not okay what happened today. I'm not happy with the referee. And like I said, I'm not blaming him, but I think in football, to improve football, the referees should not be on the side who are only defending and not playing football. So, and if you look at the match, in the end, all dangerous situation of Zimbabwe happened. Why? Because we was in hurry, played the ball in the center, and Zimbabwe got the ball. This means directly from our mistakes, not from build up. So therefore, I'm in general happy with the match, not with the result. And nothing changed in our thoughts about going to AFCON.
Oh my God, to go top of the table, Group J, ahead of Cameroon. Well, we are tied on point, but separated by goal difference. Who would have thought of all the teams? Harambee Stars. Remember, in this particular Group J, Harambee Stars actually they are ranked 3rd in terms of FIFA ranking. Cameroon first, then Namibia, Harambee Stars, alafu finally Zimbabwe. Well, the team that were ranked lower than us walitushinda kupiga, lakini wale wenye wako juu tukakanyaga. So kumaanisha hata Cameroon wakikaa mbaya tunararua ama namna gani, my friends? Hivyo ndo kunaenda. Anyway, it's good, but it's good news. You should celebrate, give credit where it's due. That match was a masterclass. Set piece, superb. Counter, wow. I lack word to describe just how amazing it was. If you watch that football, how I wish game ya Harambee Stars daily ingekuwa hivyo, without Olunga, Benson Omala, lakini players wenye wamewekwa wana show the quality and the caliber. This is what we want. This is how football should be played. This is the Harambee Stars that we have been waiting for. But that is the credit for Harambee Stars vs Namibia. We will wait and see Harambee Stars vs Cameroon, how it will, pan out. Remember, Cameroon were held by Zimbabwe, so that means it's really possible we can beat this Cameroon and qualify for this the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. With that spirit, inatupatia momentum even as we prepare to host the AFCON 2027. Tuna host tukiwa na bragging rights, knowing that we will learn from the AFCON 2025 going to the 2027. Probably, who knows, tutakuwa the champions. Cote d'Ivoire did it. There is a time Egypt did it. Why not Kenya? It's possible, right? All right. So let's switch gears now, still on football, but this is in relation to the local league. Now, Sofapaka will be out to hunt for 3 points in game week 2. Sofapaka will be hunting their first win of the season under tactician Robert Matano when they take on Talanta FC in Football Kenya Federation Premier League game week 2. In other fixtures lined up for today, Kariobangi Sharks will battle it out for glory against Tusker FC, while Kakamega Homeboys will welcome Mathare United at Buhungu Stadium on Sunday as Moranga Seal square it out with KCB, among other fixtures lined up for today. Alright, so Kenya Premier League pia inakuanga na their high seasons and their low seasons. Kuna teams that always like marathon wanna set the tempo, along the way wanna fade out. Last season tulikuwa na the likes of Postal Rangers, Moranga Seals, wanted to entertain, winning their first matches and not conceding so many goals, and of course they were the talk of town. People were like, will they be able to challenge the big dogs? Well, as the momentum keep on, increasing, now teams zikaanza to shrink and fading out. This time round, we have the newbies, Mara Sugar. They came and they write a very strong statement against Kakamega Homeboys, one of the brilliant teams, if you ask me, in terms of performance, consistency, and they were thrashed 3-0. That was a very strong statement, if you ask me. Remember, they have a new coach, and the story of Mara Sugar sometimes is a very tricky one, and you can actually feel it for their former head coach. After leading the team all the way from the National Super League, waka gain glory and promotion now to the top flight league. And of course, because of strict regulations by the Football Kenya Federation, that for you to take charge of any team that is playing in the top flight, in the Kenya Top Flight League, you must have at least CAF A license. Hiyo tu ndilieka Benedict Wanjala nje. Remember, Benedict is the former Mara Sugar FC head coach, the man that is responsible for their promotion to the the Football Federation Premier League, and of course all the cifers, glories and everything goes to him. The credit is owed to him. But right now, of course, he's now the assistant coach to George Midenyo. Remember, George Midenyo was former Gor Mahia FC striker, Harambee Stars striker. He has experience. He has played both locally and of course he has even traded his services in the Swedish and of course Danish top flight leagues, and now a full home-baked and grown coach now takes over the mantle of Mara FC, Mara Sugar FC, and of course his first match in charge, it was a very strong statement against Kakamega Homeboys. 3-0 victory against Kakamega Homeboys. And another team that this season wamekuja na ubaya ni FC Leopards. Remember season ikianza inakuanga ni 0-0, wanataandikwa somewhere along the line, ndo sasa wana pick the momentum, but this time round, well, 4-0 against Mathare United in their opening fixture, that is in the game week 1. And this time round wamesema like they mean business, wamejipanga na wako hapo ku dominate and to challenge for this trophy from Gor Mahia. So it's very interesting to see how this 2024-2025 season will play out, and it's something that of course we'll be diving into deeper into it, and of course to bring you up to speed with analysis. And remember, my guest will be helping us to analyze this Football Kenya Federation Premier League, the dark horse, and of course the surprise, the surprise teams that might actually challenge for the title, or is it the normal old way of very obvious team dominating the Kenya Premier League title, or maybe is it about time for a change of guard? It's something that we'll be eager and keen to see how this particular season pans out. Remember, the likes of Kenya Police and of course Gor Mahia have not played their matches. Remember, they are in the continental assignment, and maybe after the assignment now they'll embark on their domestic, some to defend their title and others to actually try to hunt for their first domestic trophy. Now, that is in the Kenya Premier League. Now, let's switch gears to the English Premier League and see how, things are playing out. Remember, Manchester United currently is playing Southampton in the early kickoff, and that match is being played at St. Mary's. And of course, we'll be bringing you, results just to update you on what is happening. Remember, it's almost we are heading to almost halftime, and of course, 28 minutes down. Still, like let's say around few minutes to the first half, and of course, we'll be updating you further on what is happening there at St. Mary's. But meanwhile, Liverpool will play host to Nottingham Forest at Anfield. At the same time, defending champions Manchester City will face off Brentford at Etihad Stadium on Saturday. On Sunday, Tottenham will clash against Arsenal in the London Derby, while Wolves will play against Newcastle at Molineux Stadium. Alright, so we are done with our first segment of On the Sports Show. But before we take this very short break, remember we're just reminding you about our question of the day. So what's your take on Harambee Stars' performance as far as the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers is concerned so far? So what's your take on Harambee Stars' performance in the AFCON 2025 qualifiers, or rather qualifications so far? You can keep talking to us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, our channels are open. You can tweet us on KUTV_Kenya. That is on X at Auma Events. Remember to use the hashtag on the spot, and of course we'll be sure to sample all of their feedback, comments during and at the tail end of our show today. And when we come back after a break, I have my guest Sam Metiaki here, and of course we'll be taking a look at the qualifiers, the AFCON qualifiers, and of course the CAF Confederation and CAF Champions League, and to see if actually do you fancy Kenya Police chances of winning this first leg round of the second round of CAF Confederation Cup, or do you see Gor actually claiming the bragging rights against Al Ahly tomorrow? That is some of the discussion that we'll be taking you through. Remember, we will be still drawing a sharp contrast on what is happening in the Kenya Premier League and of course in the English Premier League. And don't forget, Kenya continue to shine in the continental stage, or rather in the global stage. I'm talking about now the Diamond League. Remember, Mary Moraa has won it for a record second time, this time round in a season setting a season best time of 1 minute 56.6 seconds. Just some of the highlights and of course the discussions that we'll be taking you through. And so let's take this very short break. Remember, when we come back, we'll be diving directly into matters local sports review with my guest Sam Metiaki. See you in a while.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audio-visual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Lola is an app that gives you a chance to watch videos, listen to audios, and read articles wherever you are for free. Motivational stories, dramas, campus life, technology, lifestyle, adventure, sports, academics, jobs, entertainment, and more. Download Lola now on Play Store. All you need, you got Lola.
Tunachimba hadi mizizi kukuletea yanayojiri.
So mimi naomba tu serikali yetu ya Mungu, jibarikiwe na Mungu, iweze kuteremsha bei ya mafuta.
Yanayokukumba tuna maizi, tunakutetea sisiri. Ukweli ni speciali tukikupambia makala ya mwanamke mwake. Utasema hupendi mizizi ya habari. Nami Caroline Kimwe.
Are you healthy, or rather, do you maintain a healthy lifestyle? According to WHO, health is regarded as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease. Welcome to Focus on Health, a show on all matters health, wellness, and lifestyle. On this show, we cover a wide variety of topics inclusive of, but not limited to, dental, optical, mental, reproductive health, and so much more. Join me, Joy Bofenda, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on KUTV for compelling insights and discussions on all matters health. See you then.
Focus on Health, your weekly dose of health and wealth information on KUTV.
Get ready to embark on a journey into the exciting world of technology as we uncover the latest trends, interview top thought leaders, and dive deep into the world of tech like never before.
Currently, we are facing the challenge in terms of finance. It requires one to move from different counties because we really need a large data set for our model to be more accurate.
In this new and exciting series of the Technovation Show, join me, Yvonne Kimuma, every Monday 8:30 p.m. for a fun and thrilling experience as we explore the cutting-edge developments, meet visionaries driving change.
Somebody who is in the underground mine doesn't know the presence of those gases. So there are a lot of gases involved. There is methane, there is carbon monoxide, and there's also hydrogen sulfide. These gases actually, they are very dangerous and they're very toxic.
And discover the endless possibilities of the tech world.
Maelfu na maelfu ya wahamiaji wakiwa na watoto kutoka nchi za Amerika ya Kati wanaendelea kuwasili kwenye mpaka kati ya Marekani na Mexico.
But folks, I'm going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ni habari kutoka pembe zote duniani.
Pepo pasi vuguvugu. Pepo pa ni idea.
Tazidi ananyonya, hanyonyi vizuri, anakuwa hayuko comfortable.
Jeshi la Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo linapambana na waasi wa ADF.
Kwa sasa wanatoa wito kwa mashirika, makampuni na vile vituo vya uchukuzi.
Mambo mengi yatakwenda kama yalivyopangwa.
Hapa ni kuna mmoja wa viongozi wa chama cha wavuvi katika eneo hili.
Zaidi tunajaribu kuwapa chanjo ili ina boost ama inanyanyua kinga ya mwili, hiyo inaenda kupelekea kupambana na virusi.
Ni dunia ni leo, Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, moja kwa moja kutoka VOA Swahili, Washington DC.
Climate change. In Kenya, for example, the frequency of the floods is becoming more and worse. The amount of people and livestock we're losing.
The level we need to go is the level where the normal mwananchi and also the government stakeholders can uptake these solutions.
Those small acts multiplied by millions of us will help make a difference in the world at the end of the day.
It's just a slight behavior change that we need, and you'll find that it serves us a bit more than you put in, and that's the goal. We want to live a better world than we found, because at the rate we are going, it's dire.
We will secure the planet for future generations.
Access to knowledge, solution to unanswered questions.
Guidelines to pursuing your rights and repossessing your property, intellectual or material.
This and more only on Law Matters.
badala ya kutafuta kazi, tunaweza kuanzisha miradi yetu ambayo ingetusaidia kubadilisha maisha ya wazazi wetu.
Kwa vijana wenzangu, wengi hawana kazi, lakini ikiwa sisi wenyewe tutajiamini, tunaweza kujiajiri wenyewe.
Afrika kwa kweli tuna mahitaji ambayo ukiyasuluhisha unaweza kuathiri watu kwenye bara hili
bila woga. Watu huwa na uzalishaji zaidi, wanajawa na ujasiri, wanakuwa wabunifu na wanakuwa wenye maarifa.
Niliamua kuacha kazi. Hata kama sitafanikiwa, nitakuwa nimejaribu, nitakuwa najua haiwezekani.
Hakuna kitu cha ajabu hapa. Kila anayepata ufanisi hufanya kazi usiku na mchana.
Ni kitu kitakusukuma na kuwezesha kupata maarifa ambayo hukuwa nayo.
Tunajaribu kutengeneza kitu kitakachopita mipaka nchi hii.
Ikiwa unataka kubadilisha ulimwengu, anza na nyumbani.
This is the second segment of On the Sports Show, and this is where we take you through sports analysis, both locally and internationally. And of course, to help me, unpack this very heavy and very loaded discussion that we are having today on the Sports Show is one and only Sam Metiaki. Sam, asante sana for making time. Weekend yako imekuwaje Sam?
Weekend yangu imekuwa poa. Imekuwa smooth, nimefurahi kuwa hapa. Another weekend tufanye ile kitu waga tunaifanya.
The highlight of the week kwako.
Of the weeks imekuwa nimeona Mary Mora na Amos Serem. I think ndio imekuwa highlight of the week, wamefanya vizuri sana, especially Amos Serem kuweza kumshinda ule anaitwa El Bakali ambaye alikuwa amekuja kuchukua throne yetu, walikuwa wanataka kukimbia naye. That has been very interesting. Lakini pia Mary Mora tumeona amekimbia na set personal best time yenye hajawahi set. Hii imekuwa pia very encouraging. Na kuna vitu pia tuna look forward to kama Police na Zamalek. I think hiyo ni game kubwa tuna look forward to. Harambee Stars, hii ninasema ni wiki ambayo imekuwa na a lot of good things. So we are very happy hii weekend, hatuna mambo mengi ya complain.
And talking about Harambee Stars versus Namibia, I remember the last time tukiwa hapa we were talking about mid-double team Namibia that Harambee Stars were to face, and of course we are giving some statistics in terms of even the global ranking, in terms of FIFA ranking, both here in Africa and of course in the global status. And we saw that this Namibia is a team that over time it may keep up the momentum and they may be very consistent in terms of posting performance. They edge out Tunisia, they draw against Mali, and of course Harambee Stars, after the Africa Cup of Nations, I think Harambee Stars is the first team to hand defeat to this Namibian side. And when you looked at the results and even the performance of Harambee Stars, especially in the second half, probably do you see a changed Harambee Stars? Wewe sasa unaanza sasa as a Kenyan fan, and of course someone who follow football closely, unaona kama maybe this time round sasa at least kuna hope ya good football in the coming future.
I think ilikuwa very encouraging to watch Harambee Stars in Namibia. Kwanza walikuwa wameconcentrate vizuri sana vile tulisema hapa kwa show, that is what they needed to do. Walikuwa aware that Namibia is a dangerous team, wako na very good players. Na nadhani they deserve a congratulations because wali handle pressure in a very good way. Na tulikuwa in control of that game. Hata hiyo bao moja tulifungwa ilikuwa ni zile dakika zenye uwaga kama slake nasema game ishi. But generally Harambee Stars walicheza vizuri sana, walifocus, na tulisema wakiwa na hiyo focus, even without the big names, even without Olunga, tukifocus kwa game we can get a result out of it. Hiyo tu ndio inakuwa secret.
And by the talking about Olunga, well, he was missing in action, but it's like the team really fared on very well, and it's like they didn't even need Olunga for that. And well, sasa tuna imagine like sasa Olunga kipona sasa.
Na Olunga actually vile football inakuaga, unaona kama hiyo absence ya Olunga niko sure ili create a different attitude kwa wale strikers walikuwa pale. Na hiyo ilifanya hawa strikers walikuwa wanataka kuingia na waweze kuprove what we can do. Nana walichukua hiyo chance na very good, na waka perform very well, walikuwa waliattack vizuri sana. Na ndio maana nilisema when it comes to the national team, individual talents haikuwagi that important. Ndio maana inasemekanaga no one is bigger than the country. No one is bigger than the team. Ikija kwa national team, all the players wenye wamejumuishwa pale kwa kikosi wanakuwaga wako worth kukua pale. Na tuliona our players walituprovia hiyo. Na wakati na ile kitu tulilearn ni with concentration and focus kwa game, I think everything is possible. Na pia Engine Firat tunafurahia sana, alichukua advice ya most football experts, fans waliweza kuongea sana after game ya Zimbabwe. Wakasema mbona hakucheza na striker? Ali expect aje tupate goals kama aanzi na striker. Na tunaona kwa hii game ya Namibia Firat alirekebisha hiyo na results zilikuja. So I think pia sisi kama mafans ni vizuri pia kocha kuage anasikiza what we have to say and in the end.
By the fans need the 12th man in the pitch and sometimes in as much as maybe as a coach unaweza feel like the opinion I count because after all I'm the coach and I know better. Labda maybe coach ujembe hivyo. But the big difference for me I think was Jagola. That goalkeeper
he was awesome.
He was just out of this world. Very crucial saves and actually I think credit to him. I'll carry the team.
Yes, I'll carry the team. Na hiyo ni kitu poa sana. I think team yote ilikuwa imefocus sana. Everybody walikuwa wanajua huko nyumbani. As Kenyans we are waiting for that result. Na tunafurahi sana vile wameweza kutupatia. Saizi wako at a place where hata wakitupatia draw against Cameroon, we still have high hopes za kuenda through, which is a very good thing. Ile kitu tu ningeomba sasa ni kama our stakeholders wa sports, Ministry of Sports, waangalie efforts kama hizi zinafanyikaga na coaches, players. I think wakami na pia wadu pati yao. Niliona Firat akicomplain after the game. Hata nilishtuka kusikia akisema akona 9 months hajalipwa salary na huyo ni coach wa national team, which is very demotivating. Na survive aje
na mbona na lead mbona bado anaendelea ku lead around the stars.
But hizi vitu zinakuaga si actually yeye sio kocha wa kwanza ku come out na kuongea kitu kama hiyo. Unajua ukiwa unafanya kazi kwa serikali unaambiwaga wewe huwezi harakisha serikali ndio itakushughulikia, usitie shaka, utapangwa.
Actually there is another point yenye pia Firat really mentioned and it was very important about our players are like tourists. Meaning like it's about time the government do something, just the way tulikuwa highlight on Saturday. About now at least Kenyans wanajitokelezea kwa wingi and they show love to our team. The support, that support mechanism is something that is lacking, and with a lot of support, even players, like when you step on the pitch like anima fans uko like wow, this is a great day.
Yes.
Ukishika ball nasikia tunayo lunga inakuja mtu wangu.
Na I think the reason Firat alikuwa anasema players wetu ni kama tourists ni hiyo the fact that hatuna hapa FIFA, hizi uwanja zimekuwa approved na FIFA ku host international matches. Bado tutakuwa na uwanja imefika hizo standards. It's really embarrassing for Kenya. We are leading in Africa in most things, but ikikuja ni stadiums hatuna. Hata Uganda wako na better stadiums kutuliko. I think hapo ndio Ministry of Sports wanafaa wa step up. Juu hiyo ni embarrassing sana. Hata wachezaji wetu kwenda kucheza Uganda, kucheza South Africa, despite your effort yote anaweka, ukiangalia in the end of the day that the reason hii game haijahostiwa at home ni hatuna stadium good enough. Hata nilisikia Firat akitu attack na hiyo anasema Kenyans are so arrogant, wana underestimate opponents. In real sense Kenya hatuna hata stadium. So Kenyans wanafaa wajiangalie with an eye of honesty.
Pia ni arrogant kiplani.
Actually ni arrogant, lakini ukiangalia alikuwa anasema ukweli. But I think ni high time sasa tukue na stadium. Juu actually sielewi kwa nini hatuna stadium. Kumekuwa na a lot of funds zimetengwa juu hii mambo, lakini vitu hazijafanyika bado. But tuna hope after some time maybe tunasikia kuna vitu zina happen, sijui kuna talanta inakuwa sijui inafanyiwa ile. Maybe tungoje tuone kama itakaa into reality after some time.
And of course now let's switch gears to another matter that concerns Kenyans. Of course I'm talking about now the two events that we have in this particular weekend. The one that will be played today is the clash against Police FC against one of the most successful teams in Africa, Zamalek. Confederation CAF Confederation Cup. And remember, Kenya Police will be facing a team that by all rights is a very strong team, a team with rich history, a team with quality players in terms of even financial muscle, a team with experience in this tournament, 2 times winners, 5 times CAF Champions League winners, and 14 times that is Egypt Premier League winners, coming against a team that is so vibrant, team with a promising future, and of course team with every time they try new things, try to improve here and there. First they started with Babu Salim. Now they have Anthony Kimani as their head coach. So when you look at these 2 teams, do you think Kenya Police at the end of the day they have what it takes to challenge Zamalek?
Yes, I think we have a chance to kona what it takes to challenge Zamalek, because pia ukiangalia pia Kenya Police is a team that has been improving. Na recently management yao iko under the government, so they are well funded. Wao wana hizi shida ndogo hizi tuna experience kwa hizi teams zingine, so I think itakuwa ina contribute a very huge part kwa hiyo game, and I think they are motivated that they will be playing at home. Pia hiyo ni kitu inawa encourage sana. Alafu hawa ni police, kumbuka police wanakuaga na ile they are very psyched up and they want to prove something. So tuna hope hizi vitu zote wakizi combine they can really challenge Zamalek, especially at home.
And mimi my worry ni experience, my friend. Experience because unacheza na gwiji, mtu mwenye yeye like it's a child play. Kingia hivi unajua like ile kona najua huku. So for Zamalek wako like that corner kuna na kitu fulani, hiyo inakuwa na kitu fulani. Police FC wakiingia watakuwa like okay, so it's to explore. And for me I think experience is something that can really build or break a team. This is their first time, and of course like Anthony Kimani said, it's 11 against 11. Fair enough. But experience versus inexperience. And the fact that wao ni underdog, hiyo sasa maybe ndo itakuwa like a point of a point of motivation for them to try and prove something. And it's very tricky.
It's very interesting, especially now that ni underdogs wakikuja kwa hiyo game wanajua there is not a lot of pressure on their back.
Pressure iko ndugu yangu.
Pressure iko, lakini wanajua Zamalek ndio wakilose itakuwa very big news. Lakini wanajua sisi we want to prove them wrong. I think saizi kumekuwa na surprises mingi kwa events mingi tumekuwa tukifuatilia, na sidhani kama hii itakuwa exception. Mimi by the way I don't buy that narrative ya Zamalek ni champions these times. Yes, they are champions, but remember the reason they are playing with police is because the police are also champions huko, and that is something that hata wao wakiingia watakuwa very worried, because these are new guys. Hawajui vile watadeal na wao, hawajawaona for some time. Pia nadhani police watakuwa na chance ya kuweza kuwafanyia magic ile yenye wao wanajua. Na maybe Zamalek before wakuje to wajue nini inaendelea, maybe game ni 90 na 90 is not a lot of time.
Well, game ni 90 as you say, and we wish Kenya Police all the best. Another team that will be playing tomorrow is Gor Mahia against another Egyptian giant, Al Ahly, and that is the CAF Champions League. And of course Gor, it's a team that tunasema like
so
they have the ability.
CAF Champions League ni kama the equivalent ya ile European Champions League. Then the Confederation tunaweza sema
the Confederation Europa sasa ya Africa. Then CAF Champions League sando champe ya Africa. So Gor sawa anacheza ligi, so then Kenya Police wako hiyo ligi nyingine.
I think it's very good to bring your point, maana mafans pale nje maybe wanashanga what is CAF Confederation, what
hiyo sasa CAF Confederation ligi ya Afrika, hiyo ni Champions League ya Afrika. Then CAF Champions League ni Champions League ya Afrika. CAF Confederation hiyo sasa ndo Europa pale. So in terms of ranking teams in Africa now you can see. So that means even Zamalek, the fact that wanacheza CAF Champions League,
CAF
Confederation, inamaanisha like
they have dropped a little bit
wako down Kiplani. Well, the big test awaits Gor Mahia tomorrow, and remember they'll be up against another very strong team, Al Ahly of Egypt, and of course that match will be played here at Nyayo Stadium, and home advantage for Gor. If they manage to squeeze something tomorrow, well and good, even as they prepare for their trip next week to Egypt in Cairo for the return leg of the second leg, or rather edition of the CAF Champions League. Now let's switch gears to pretty quick. Just your take on this. Diamond League, of course, now this is the last circuit of it. Mary Mora with a record, setting a personal best time of 1 minute 56.6 seconds. Emo Serem for the very first time on a challenge. This athlete amekuwa a very thorn in the flesh of Kenyans. Alikuja akadethroned Kenyans from their predominantly their own throne, 3,000 meters steeplechase. Sofan El Bakali, Emo Serem, very youngster, just recently graduated from under 20 championship, aka transition now to the senior team. Akenda pale Paris, performance haikuwa that impressive, but ilikuwa ni moment of redemption, especially on that one. Your take on that, and do you see kama future now in a look bright now in this race yenye tumekuwa?
I think the future is looking very bright, na Amos Serem alitukumbusha tu what we are made of. Na ni high time wale kuna watu walikuwa wameshaanza kusleep on athletics. Unajua results za athletics zitakuwa very impressive, especially kwa hii season imepita, Paris Olympics. So we really needed that kind of victory ya kutuambia we are still there and we still got it. So kama hata kuna wale wako kule juu walikuwa wanataka kuinvest, wakaanza kulegeza, I think sasa wameona that the thing, we still got the thing. Na ni high time sasa tuendelee kupress forward na to support our athletes in the best way we can. Kama tunataka kuendelea kuona our athletes wetu wakiendelea kushine hapo juu. Maana in the end saizi unajua we are in the era of science and technology. Infrastructure ina matter sana, tactics. I think those are the kind of things tunafaa kufocus on. Tuhakikisha our athletes wetu wako nazo, na tuko sure with the talents they have wataendelea kutupatia this kind of very impressive results.
All right. And fair enough on that one. So even as now we transition now to matters football, game week 2 Kenya Premier League, a couple of matches lined up for today, and of course kuna nye already zishaanza. Then we have now sadly, or rather unfortunately, the likes of Gor, Kenya Police, we are eager to see how they will perform this time round as that kwa zikicheza. However, tuko na the newbies, Mara
Sugar,
watakuwa wanacheza leo. We have the likes of now FC Leopards, according to how wame-revamp ni team yenye iko trajectory to rise and reclaim glory. For the last time walitest glory, well, watu walikuwa shanza kuwa fan wa football.
Ilikuwa kitambo. Actually after niligrow up ndo nilikuja kusikia kuna FC na kuna Gor, lakini FC by your time nadhani ilikuwa imeshaanza kushuka. So ni jina tu ilikuwa imebaki pale. FC tunaweza compare na Manchester United. Huko majuu. Jina ni kubwa, lakini currently they are not kwa ground mambo.
Wanakulia tu jina.
Ni jina tu. Lakini tunaona wame-revamp squad yao. Maybe tuangalie hii season vile kutaenda. Tuna hope coach wamekuwa na hiyo shida ya switch coaches. Maybe huyu coach wako na saizi wakimpatia time tuone where he will take them. Maana tunatarajia FC is one of the biggest teams in Kenya. Kwa tournaments kama hizi za Confederation, Champions League, FC wanafaa kukua hapo. That is where they belong. Tuna hope maybe hii season wanaweza kurudi hapo at the top. Pia waweze kuchallenge mashemeji, maana mashemeji derby sasa ilifika ikakuwa iko so one-sided. Ile excitement inapotea. Ni vizuri.
Kuna mtu alikuwa ameoa mwingine.
Kuna mtu alikuwa ameoa mwingine, na tunataka hiyo iishe. Tunataka hiyo iishe, na tunataka FC warudi hapo wa challenge Gor vile inafaa, na wa challenge kukua hapo juu.
Okay. And surprise name Mara Sugar FC. Wale dominate sana National Super League. Wakakuja, and of course their first assignment ilikuwa against a team yenye iko na experience in the Premier League. Kakamega Homeboys
wakawatandika 3 mtungi.
And of course remember, this is a team ikikuja wako na new coach, and this new coach will take to the mantles of this team just barely a week to the opening fixture, and with that kind of results, well, do you think probably this could be the dark horse?
I think Mara Sugar, although hatuwezi wajaji na game moja, tutawatch vile wataperform kwa hizi games zingine, but wametuonesha trajectory fiti sana kutoka wakiwa wanacheza National Super League, na tuna hope wakileta hiyo form Premier League, of course wataweza kuchallenge a lot of teams hapo. Na maybe unajua Sofapaka walitokaga National Super League na wakakujaga mpaka wakaenda wakakuwa champions wa KPL. Maybe Mara Sugar pia hatuwezi wa rule out, kama wanaweza concentrate na focus vizuri, management yao iweke vitu intact, I think wako na chance ya kwenda all the way. Hii Kenya Premier League inakuwaga very open, maana ya vile vitu zinakuwaga organized. Ukijipanga vizuri unaweza ukapita naye.
But Kenya Premier League kwangi open. Barabara ijai kwanywe.
Barabara ikuwagi nywe.
Barabara kuna traffic. Na hii traffic inakontroliwa na watu wangapi? Wawili. Gor Mahia, Tusker. Kupita naye ni tricky.
Lakini unaona ukifika hapo top 3, unaweza kuwa anything. Unaona vile hii trajectory ya teams zinatoka National Super League na zinakuja zinaperform vizuri sana. Kenya, that is not something that ni mpya. Hiyo ni kitu inaweza fanyika, na Mara Sugar tunawatipu wakuje
and actually the team yenye ilitoka National Super League ni na perform vizuri ni Kenya Police. And Kenya Police is because of the obvious reasons.
Yes.
Money ilikuwa one of the factors that really played out for this Kenya Police.
Na
management, but most of the time it's about money. With money comes good management, good players, good coaches, facilities, unless tu kama mko na shida.
So unaona we know where the problem is. Ni wajipange vizuri, hata wao wanajua wajipange vizuri.
And another team yenye maybe ikikuja ilikuwa na the haze, mbwembwe mingi, sarakasi. At the end of the day wakakuja wakazimwa. Shabana. You remember, like, this is a team yenye ili dominate sana the National Super League. Ikakuja ikastruggle. So probably I think maybe maybe the teams like Mara Sugar maybe may learn from the lessons, because you know, sometimes you learn from the weakness and mistakes of others to improve yourself.
Na I think hii ni kitu inafaa isink in sasa kwa all teams zina participate kwa Kenya Premier League, that football is not just a game. Unajua hapa Kenya tumekuwa tukichukulia hiyo tu ni game. I think sasa hizi vitu zinafaa tuanze kuziview kama business. And if it's a business, of course you need to invest and you need to concentrate na uhakikishe business yako inafanya vizuri. I think that is the secret, kama wanataka kuwa successful, ni wa invest vizuri na wa make sure wako hapo, they really care about what they are doing day to day welfare za wachezaji. Ni hizi vitu kidogo hivyo ndio waga zinaleta difference. By the way, unahakikisha wachezaji wako umewalipa vizuri, coach unahakikisha amelipwa vizuri, ako appreciated, stadiums ziko in good condition. I think vitu kama hizo ndogo tu ndio zinafanya kunakuwa na teams zimedominate na teams zina struggle.
Ndugu yangu, ukiongea mtu kama ajui hii ni Kenya, anasema country iko na vision.
Hii country iko na nani ukweli tuko na vision.
Lakini usisahau ni Kenya.
Execution ndio kunakuwa na shida.
Wazungu wanasema ni tall order. Bridge yote ilibana. Ni ngumu ndugu yangu. Lakini ni maombi. Anyway, so let's switch now to the English Premier League. Manchester United, very strong statement hapo wameandikisha. 2-0 and hii wiki kutakalika ndugu.
Ni wiki ya kutakalika lakini mimi pia na support Manchester United washinde. Wamekuwa wakishindwa sana. Pia unajua mafans wa Man U wakikuwa very sad tena mambo ikuwe mzuri sana.
Wanaweza kukugonga.
Hata wanaweza anza kukugonga. Sasa inabidi wacha washinde leo at least. Temperature maintain. Hatuwezi leo hatuwataki mabaya. Leo watashinda na hatuna shida na hiyo.
Mimi any team that beats United for me any day beat United, maybe I will appreciate if that happens. Anyway, so today's fixtures, apart from Manchester United, then we have Liverpool, who will be up against Nottingham Forest. This is at Anfield. Remember, Liverpool is a team that wamekeep 100% record win. And I think it's the only team wenye ja concede so far.
Na hata nikiona hiyo game ya Nottingham Forest ya hata lose. So
new coach.
Wako na new coach.
No, a lot of signing, only one signing so far.
Wako very focused. I think huyu coach alibenefit, alikuja akapata Klopp tayari amesha organize squad iko pale. Wachezaji wako pale. So yeye ile kitu tu alikuwa akuje tu aingie kwa gari na ashike steering na aendelee mbele.
Yani huyu ni coach amepata nyumba iko na kila kitu.
Nyumba iko in order kabisa.
Wamefagia.
Wamefagia.
Mzee ameenda lakini ameacha bibi mama kwa hapa anafanya mambo vizuri.
Na hiyo ni
hakuna stress.
Hakuna stress.
Lakini mimi na foresee trouble because in as much as you are good, kuna moments zinakuja. And I think kutakuwa na time when atakuwa tested.
Atakuwa tested, of course.
And because for me it's very tricky for you to survive without sightings, especially in the English Premier League. I'm telling you, kutafika place fatigue itakuja in. Watu watamaster your playing style. And this is where you need your best guns. Reshuffle. There is a reason why Pep Guardiola is the most successful coach in England. And coach akona team 1 na team 2 na zote best. Ushajiuliza why? Tujajiuliza why? That's a rhetoric question. Utajibu baadaye. Anyway, so another fixtures hapa, Manchester City against Brentford at Etihad Stadium. That is another match that I think it's easy 3 points for City.
Hapo City watapita naye.
Then we have Fulham versus West Ham. This is a derby, a London derby.
London derby itakuwa heavy.
So who do you think apata win?
I think West Ham, wanawapatia West Ham a notch higher kidogo, maybe wanaweza kawin.
Crystal Palace, Leicester City.
Crystal Palace, Leicester City.
Because of time watata ni go through the fixtures. Crystal Palace, Leicester City. Then we have Brighton versus Ipswich Town today. Aston Villa, Everton. Then the mighty Chelsea, the only blue in the land. Bournemouth vs Chelsea at 10 p.m. Bournemouth Chelsea.
Tunatarajia Chelsea wataweza ku make an easy.
You're not confident, my friend?
I'm confident, najua tutawin. Ukiona hata game imewekwa saa 4. Saa 4 hiyo ni saa ya.
Hiyo ni moto sana. Alafu the battle of the Titan, the clash against Tottenham vs Arsenal. Well, Arsenal wako na mashida mengi, masaibu mengi, and I hope Tottenham will add another masaibu to Arsenal. Watandikwe, wakwende na washuke. Then Wolves vs Newcastle. That is the last match of the weekend. And of course, I think pia it's a last one. And Newcastle, well, last time walitandika Tottenham and tumewazoea wanazanga na mioto, but momentum ya kumaliza ndo shida.
Kweli,
na hiyo ndo mistake bingi ya teams. Sijui wakikopi tu formula ya Chelsea kidogo unaje?
Newcastle. I think wanaweza wakawin. Newcastle,
any team yenye na copy formula ya Chelsea na Manchester City, iligi wanaweza beba. Alright. Shambia, so a quick one even as we close your takeaway home.
My takeaway home ni weekend kuna hiyo Zamalek na Police FC na Gor Mahia na Al Ahly. Natarajia Wakenya wajitokeze. Hii games itakuwa pale Nyayo, mjitokeze mshabikie timu zetu za nyumbani. Hii imekuwa wiki poa, kumbuka hatuna stress mingi. So tuwapatie support. na tunaweza kupiga wao Waarabu kabla turudi huko kwao.
Alright, and for me, my take home, pretty simple. Pitch is green. You bleed red. Kila mtu. The only difference between some of our players and their players is the color. Usichanganyikiwe. Be bold. Be fearless. Job ni simple. Maliza hii kitu within 90 minutes. Kuwa na hiyo bragging rights. Ukienda kwao, cheza kaa wewe. Make sure at least unakufa na mtu so that tuna proceed to the third round. It's possible, my guys. And for you fans, mjitokeze kwa wingi sana. Tiketi ni 200. Save your 400 shillings. 200 for Kenya Police vs Zamalek. Another 200 for tomorrow's game against Gor Mahia. And of course, Al Ahly of Egypt. Show love, support the team, and at the end of the day, we can do this. Kama tulipiga Namibia, Sembuse, Zamalek ni nani, Al Ahly ni nani. It's possible. Anyway, so that's how we wind it up. Thank you so much for the men and women behind the scene, for all those who made this production a success, and of course for you, our lovely fans, for always keeping us a company in the last 1 hour and 58 minutes or so. It has been superb, amazing, and we hope to do this next time, same place, same time. You have a lovely weekend, and God bless us all.